Hi, Kelsey.
Hi, Robert.
Do you even know what time it is?
No, it's what time is it?
It's Friday roundup time.
Is that YMToAP on Fridays?
You fucking know it, dude.
Oh, I'm so
Okay,
ready.
so I actually looked up when our last one was
Like months ago.
because releases for next week, there are none. Completely inexistent, right?
Rest assured, I have so much gaming news for you.
So I was like, you know what? When did we leave off? It was
Okay.
it was November 18th, okay?
Holy shit. It's been so long.
So
I've missed you guys. Did you miss us?
I'm giving you highlights of the good shit from while we've been gone
Hell
because
yeah.
there was some really good stuff while we were
Good.
gone. So
I'm
hopefully you got some
excited.
of it. Yeah. Dude, we literally missed you guys too much.
Too much.
I mean, it was nice to have a break, but like, man,
I miss
there's
being
not
on
much
the
doing.
scene.
I was like, yeah, you like not doing a lot. Like, I didn't do anything
No,
extra.
I
I
miss
didn't
my hot
like,
journalism.
yeah, I didn't like, you know, beat a whole game, watch 5 trilogies. None of that. Just still normal life. Just
I've watched too
podcastless.
many things.
Oh man.
Too many. I'm gonna tell you all about it on the show.
Well, I watched a couple of things recently, so yeah, look forward to the show. There's stuff.
Oh,
But here we go. Let's get into some stuff that we all missed without our Friday roundup. This is why you need it. This is the stuff you didn't get to hear about,
let's
right?
hear about it.
All right, so here we go. First of all, this movie came out December 6th, so it was Clerks 3,
I forgot
right?
about Clerks 3.
Okay.
That's a really nice steelbook.
Basically, I brought up only steelbooks
All
because there's
right.
a lot of good steelbooks. But this is important because this movie was a box office bomb in the theater.
Oh shit.
Cost 7 million to make, and it made about 5,
God.
like just under 5. This releases December 6th, sells like 150 million in DVD sales.
Whoa.
So now Lionsgate has approached Kevin Smith and was like, "We'll pay for your next 5 movies," and he has 5 movies on the slate now.
Oh my God.
From DVD sales. You guys say physical media is not important, but it changes careers, man.
Yeah,
Like,
obviously.
this is a box office bomb, but it is a profitable movie because you bought this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And yeah, that's just a really cool steelbook. I liked it.
it's very nice.
I haven't seen it, nor have I seen part 2. So, it's not like
Part two,
I like it a lot, but
simply alright.
one day I'll watch it maybe. Now, December 13th was huge. December
Okay.
13th was amazing. So, actually, these are Christmas presents that I got from me and Taylor.
Oh, fun.
So, first, she got the Coraline Shout Factory
Ooh,
Steelbook, right?
that's nice.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking nice. Look at that. Look at this artwork.
That's
This is
super good.
this is art, man. The
Art.
inside even fucking art, man.
Art.
I mean, this stuff's just pulled from the covers. I don't really care about
Good
that.
though.
Yeah, you get a little booklet. It's neat. I think this is the fucking winner chicken dinner because then I got so this is her favorite Leica movie, which is
Okay.
the stop motion King production studio, right?
Yeah.
But my favorite is Paranorman, and I
Mm.
don't think this is as good of a release,
Okay. Yeah, the inside is nice. It's just
but
the outside in a different color.
yeah, but I don't care. I just fucking love this movie. It's still my favorite movie. There was actually something else that I guess isn't shown on here, but there was it might have been on the slip cover, the like paper thing that comes on the back that
Yeah.
had like the ending part on it. And Taylor was like, "I don't fucking remember that, but that looks dope." And I was like, "That's why it's my favorite movie. It's so good." This movie's fucking good. If you've never seen Paranorman, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's so fucking good.
All
But
right.
Chef Factory was hitting hard on these steelbooks December 13th, and then coming up in a few months, they're doing 2 more of the Leica movies in steelbook. So
Oh, nice.
getting Box Trolls and Kubo. So when those come out, you'll be getting them on Friday Roundup.
Hell yeah.
But also on this day, so maybe I'll take this one down because it's a little spooky.
Ugh.
Smile had its release. Yeah, we'll go small. I don't like this cover, dude. It actually kind of freaks me out.
I think they should have done the one that was like the mouth within the mouth within the mouth, you know?
Ooh, see? But see, that would make a good steelbook. And this
Yeah, that would
has
make
no
a good
steelbook.
side.
Like, it's just this plain release. I fucking
That's
hate
lame.
that. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like, this movie deserved a steelbook and the one that you described. But I love this movie, so it had to go on the list. Also, the 13th. But then also on the 13th, dude, Shout Factory nailing it again with another fucking steelbook. They did this one for
Ooh.
Carrie, dude.
Oh, that looks good.
It's really good.
Pretty.
Like, fucking, like, psychic power ripples. Like, I love it.
She looks like the Virgin Mary standing there. Like, this is a very cool
Yeah.
cover.
And she makes the nose perfectly for the skull in the background, like right here.
Yeah.
It's layered.
Fantastic.
This is a total ogre cover, man. It's got layers, right? Love
Okay.
this one too. Then we have probably the single greatest release for December 13th.
Oh, all right.
This is from SRS Cinema, a boutique label I know nothing about. But if they're
Serious.
going to release stuff like this, I'm ready to learn.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
We got Puppet Shark.
Oh my god, what?
I don't fucking know. I love it. I
It's like
love everything about it.
Jaws Muppets.
Yeah. What is this movie?
All right.
I don't know. I'm going to find it. They only printed 2,000 of these, so I'm guessing it's like
Whoa.
a collector's item now. Since I'm telling you guys about it, almost a month later. So, but yeah, Puppet Shark. Get you one.
Go get a puppet shark.
Then we end with what is Christmas time, December 27th. Oh, it's Christmas time, like right after Christmas. The perfect time to release scary movies.
Perfect.
So I just chose the Steelbook release for Halloween Ends. I do kind of like the Steelbook. I do like really loud Steelbooks, like just this
Okay.
bright orange kind of thing. I'm into it.
Yeah.
The blood makes like the ridges that a pumpkin would normally have.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I think it's
That's
good.
good.
I hate this movie,
Yeah.
but this is a good Steelbook. So then we get to a release that I actually did pick up on December 27th. Terrifier 2 got a release.
Ew.
So this is the 4K release. It comes with a slipcover of this artwork, which is
Okay.
different than the artwork on the inside. I like it. I got the 4K, but you know that I want the other one because there's a Walmart exclusive steelbook,
Okay.
but it's just
Oh.
Blu-ray only. So I got to get the 4K one and just pop it in this one day when I get this one.
The back of this one is fantastic.
That's like a whole scene. It's like a whole thing. He is ridiculous. This guy. Aren't the
He looks
clowns
ridiculous.
wild? I love this artwork though. I just think it's so good. The inside is kind of like the climax of the movie because that's actually our heroine from the front cover
Oh.
in this like water tank, and there's weird things happening there. So yeah, that's this lady, our little Viking gal. But yeah, Terrifier 2 got a very nice release, I think, shortly because I saw this like around Halloween, roughly,
Yeah.
sometime in October. It came out in theaters, and now it's got this really bomb steelbook and stuff.
Very nice.
Very good. So that was it. That's basically it for like buying things.
Okay.
Now, we do have movies coming out that are out today, January 6th. There's really only one that everybody needs to be going to see like right now.
Okay.
Everybody knows that this is going to be the best movie. Everybody knows they want to see it. Oh, Megan's out today.
Oh, I want to see this one so bad. I cannot convince Richard to see it with me.
Okay. So actually, I was watching. Why can't I ever say the name of the show right? Because Regis Philbin is not even on the planet anymore.
Oh,
But
don't remind me.
Kelly and Ryan is what they call it now. So it's Kelly Ripa and
Ugly.
Ryan Seacrest, right?
Okay.
It shall forever be Regis and Kelly.
Totally.
So Regis and Kelly was on, and they had this actress lady, the lady that like plays the mom that
Okay.
like takes in the niece or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was in it, and she's like, I hate scary movies.
She's been in so many.
and I'm in this one. And so Ryan was like, "Well, is it scary like when you film it?" She was like, "No." But I will say I have watched it, and knowing me myself as being a person that doesn't like scary movies, this movie's fun. Like
Okay.
this is not like a you're going to be so scared you got to leave kind of thing.
Okay.
So, while I'm guessing we're saying the premise is what's the scary part. Like there are
Yeah,
going to
the
be some
premise is
scary
creepy
moments,
as fuck.
like fucking when she's like just bear running at that kid and stuff.
Yes.
But like I guess it's not your typical just like really creepy horror movie. I think it's gonna be more thriller, more tense,
Okay.
and I'm excited for that
Mm.
shit. So I'm actually
Yeah.
gonna try to see this in the theater because I feel like horror movies get spoiled too fast.
Yes.
Because I really want to know what's gonna fucking happen.
I know,
So
same.
yeah, Megan. Today, this is the only movie worth seeing, and it was actually the only movie coming out. So
Okay.
go see Megan. What a great way to kick off the year because as you've seen in our Discord, if you are in our Patreon, in our secret Discord, you'll see this is already sitting at a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is
Yes.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome for a horror movie, especially.
And that's not from us. That's not from the audience. That's from the critics.
Yeah, so
That's
like Siskel
intense.
and Ebert are having a good time up in there.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah.
So stoked. And that is what you've missed for the end of 2022 with a little bit of greatness that is leading us into 2023 for movies.
All right. Do you want to hear about some video games?
I do because I have been gameless since we have uh taken our little break. I have not done
Okay.
any gaming.
Well, I've got a lot of gaming news and upcoming games for you. So let's
Okay.
hop into it. Let's start with our
Ooh.
podcast within a podcast, the
Okay.
Blizzard Roundup.
All right. We got to go faces on
Okay.
this one. All right.
Yes. So
What do we
Blizzard, you guys
know? What do we
know I
know?
love the Blizzard news. I've been keeping up with it. Um, Let me just start with a weird bit of like random news. Okay, so the Activision COO, Daniel Allegre,
Okay.
left the company and he was like, I'm gonna go be CEO of a blockchain startup, specifically the one
Okay.
that did the stupid fucking monkey NFTs.
Okay.
Like, you know those ugly monkeys that are in every single NFT? They're called the Board
Yeah.
8 Yacht Club.
Okay.
They're they're I don't know, they're stupid and they're bad, and now the Activision COO is the CEO of that. So, good job, buddy. Proud
Cool.
of you.
I mean, hey, whatever makes money, I guess, you know.
I guess.
That's what they're chasing.
So, speaking of chasing money, Mr. Phil Spencer,
Oh,
he went
okay.
on a podcast called Second
I'm
Request.
blowing up this guy. Love this
Look at
man.
that man. So jovial, so jolly.
Love him.
He was doing the media gamut about, the big deal because we're like 6 months out from the original date of the finalization of the
Yes.
Activision Blizzard
Yeah, it's June of this year.
Microsoft Xbox thing. It's supposed to be in June this year.
Okay.
There's a lot of news about it. So, Mr. Phil Spencer doing the media gamut, he says there has really been only one major opposer to the deal, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Sony. That surprises nobody.
Yep.
Sony is trying to protect their dominance on console. The way they grow is by making Xbox smaller. They have a very different view of the industry than we do. They don't ship their games day and date on PC, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't put their games into subscription when they launch their games. They're
Mm-hmm.
starting to think about mobile, as I see from the outside, which we covered a little bit of that. They're starting to like go into mobile gaming and like look at those
Yeah.
companies. So Phil Spencer is hitting hard on Sony because Sony is hitting hard on Phil Spencer. And
Well, you should, Phil.
oh my
Like,
god,
you
yes.
should. Like, help
Oh,
help fix us.
there's so much happening with this acquisition. So,
I've heard a lot during our downtime because there was like the whole we'll offer you 10-day or like 10 years, I think, of fucking Call
yes,
of Duty. And they were all like,
yeah,
no,
that's not good enough.
we can't make a franchise that's good.
God,
Although you do
yeah,
all the time, but not an annual one, you know?
no, Sony drives me nuts.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
know.
Phil Spencer is like they're the big people that are against this acquisition. He's saying that they're the one major opposer to the deal,
Hmm.
but also a couple of gamers decided let's sue Microsoft over this whole acquisition. And
Okay.
when I say a couple of gamers, I literally mean it's a private lawsuit on behalf of 10 gamers. It's people in California, New Mexico, and New Jersey. Um, I think we have a slide up for the next one.
Oh my god. Okay.
So this complaint cites concerns that the union is going to give Microsoft power over multiple levels of the gaming industry to foreclose rivals, limit output, reduce consumer choice, raise prices, and further inhibit competition. It's the same rhetoric that Sony's
Mm,
pushing. It's the exact same rhetoric, guys. Why are you,
yeah.
you 10 people doing this little bitty lawsuit? What is this doing?
Like, are they thinking it's gonna like postpone it in the slightest bit that something will change down the road? And what do we think is
I
gonna
have no
change
idea.
down the road?
I
Because
don't
for everything
know.
that's happened, none of it is stuck. No
No.
spaghetti's on the wall, dude.
No, yeah, like, it's literally just like, the wheels of capitalism continue to roll toward this big ass deal.
Yeah.
Um, Go to the next slide for me. I think we have, like, a list of, like, everything that's yeah, this is just, like, the whole thing. Like, when you put it all together like this, I do see how it's gross, you know, it's Microsoft, huge company, Xbox, huge company, acquiring 3 major gaming companies, Activision, Blizzard, King.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
of course, it's a lot, but it is not going to foreclose Sony unless Sony is just
No.
actively taking a shit on themselves. Like
Well,
this
as it has already been said in a different there's been a different graphic like when this deal was first brought up and they were like,
yeah.
"Okay, here's what like Sony makes, here's what Activision makes separately, Microsoft
Uh-huh.
separately, and even when you totaled them, it still didn't come up to Sony's number." Like
Yeah.
none of these individuals as a whole still equal Sony.
Sony needs to chill. They just need to sit
Yeah,
back and stop.
all of this together is probably fine.
Probably fine.
It's fine.
I mean, fast forward 6 months and we'll see, but
Well,
it's
yeah.
probably Um, so one thing that I found kind of funny, I got a news alert today for this. Microsoft has accidentally called the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, unconstitutional.
Okay.
I was like, that's a mistake. So the FTC, they've been suing Microsoft in order to stop the ABK deal.
Okay.
And Microsoft's initial filing of their response just outright says like the FTC itself and the court system are unconstitutional. Like
Okay.
who wrote this? Who proofread it? Were you guys on a deadline? Um,
Yeah.
but they updated the language and, like, removed the filing, and they were like, "Ugh, whoops, sorry, we didn't mean to do that.
Oh, should have read that before I sent it.
Oopsies."
You didn't
Um,
see that.
yeah.
Okay.
But hey, one positive thing Microsoft is doing, let's go to the next slide. We've got the first video game union within Microsoft.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they're officially recognizing a union. So ZeniMax is a video game production company. They've got studios in Maryland and Texas. They own
Okay.
Bethesda, and Bethesda is, you know, famed producer of all these good franchises, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. So Communication Workers of America, also known as CWA, they made a statement and said ZeniMax Workers United and CWA is the first studio at Microsoft to secure union representation and the largest group of union represented quality assurance testers at any US game studio.
So it's a union for for like the testing people.
Yes,
That's phenomenal
it is. I'm
because
so excited for them.
I had looked into doing that a long time ago and saw how rough that was.
Yeah, it's bullshit, honestly. It's bad. So I'm glad for this and I hope that
That's
they
fucking neat. I
yeah,
like that.
I hope that this creates like a platform, like just a what do you call it? Like a template for other companies to do the same thing.
Yeah. That's
So,
yes. Good. That's
good
phenomenal
news.
news.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's the end of my Blizzard segment. So
Okay.
let's move on to other things. We're not moving away from the FTC just yet because I have some news about Fortnite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the Federal Trade Commission has been suing Epic Games, creators of Fortnite, to pay a bunch over allegations that the company have violated the COPPA, which is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA.
Okay.
Um, so there's allegations they violated that, and they deployed design tricks known as dark patterns, which I love.
Dark
Dark
patterns.
patterns.
Okay.
I mean, it's a nice term. It's a bad thing. It's when
Yeah.
they dupe millions of players into making unintentional purchases.
Okay.
So Epic is going to pay $275 million. for
That's
violating the
nothing.
COPPA rule. Wait, though. So that's the
Okay.
largest penalty ever obtained for violating an FTC rule, ever.
Okay.
That's big. Additionally, in a first of its kind provision, Epic is going to be required to adopt strong privacy default settings for children and teens, ensuring that voice and text communications are turned off by default. And I'm going to go into that a little bit in a minute here.
Okay.
So, under a separate proposed order, Epic is going to pay an additional 245 million to refund consumers for the dark patterns and their billing practices, which is the FTC's largest refund amount in a gaming case and its largest administrative order in history.
But still, like, no,
That's big,
I just
dude.
mean for them, that's nothing.
$510 million. It feels like something.
They pull in like $1 billion like monthly, man. Like something
Yeah,
stupid.
but they do make them like change their stuff for this. So I have a little snippet from the FTC website that kind of explains what the heck was going on here.
Okay.
So the reason they violated COPPA was the FTC alleged that Epic was aware that children are playing Fortnite. Like a lot of kids
Yes.
play Fortnite, and they did surveys of Fortnite users. They do licensing and marketing of Fortnite toys, merchandise. They know kids are in this game. This is a
Oh
game
yeah.
for children, basically, and they've been collecting personal data from these kids without first obtaining parental verifiable
Hmm.
consent.
Okay.
Like, it's basically just a box. It's like, "Yeah, I'm 13 or older. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can take my information. I don't know what this means. I'm a kid."
Yeah.
And also the company required parents who requested their children's personal info be deleted. They required those people to jump through just unreasonable hoops, and sometimes even after all those
Oh my
hoops, they're
god.
failing to honor the request to delete the data.
So
It's bad.
it's a whole like newspaper, 10 toes, and all that kind of stuff just to get like.
Oh, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this unreasonable stuff.
Yeah.
So there was that. That's the COPPA
Yeah. Hmm.
violation, and the
Okay.
default settings harming children and teens. This is one that's interesting to me. So
Yeah. I was
Epic
wondering what that
settings,
is.
they enable live on by default text and voice communications for users. So like
Okay.
by default, when you go in, you're going to be able to see general chat. You're going to be able to hear other players talking to you, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
The FTC alleges that these default settings, along with Epic's role in matching children and teens with strangers to play Fortnite together, because that's how
Mm-hmm.
matchmaking works. You get put into a pool with like, I don't know how Fortnite works. Is it 100 people?
Fucking
It's so many people.
yeah.
But yeah, you're looped into a group with a ton of strangers, and for children and teens, that can be scary. Because you can get bullied, you can get threatened, harassed, exposed to dangerous and psychologically traumatizing issues such as suicide. That happens
Yeah.
all the time on all these online games. Like, if you don't let me win, I'm gonna kill myself. That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or players being like, "You suck at this game. Go fucking kill yourself." Triggering language. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
it's this is just the way gaming has been for a very long time, and it sucks. And
Yes, it
I'm really, really happy that the FTC has done this and like successfully gotten this suit through.
Good. Okay.
So good on you, FTC. Good
Yeah.
stuff. So off of that, onto some positive stuff.
Okay.
Some really good stuff. Okay.
Okay.
I know that we just dunked on Sony quite a bit, but we have some good news at a PlayStation.
Good news. All right.
Yeah. They have created the accessibility controller for the PlayStation 5.
Oh,
Let's get a
okay.
look at this bad boy. So this is called Project Leonardo, which I'm like, why? But I mean, cool, sure. It's a Ninja Turtle.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they are blue, I guess. So
I
be
guess.
sure.
So Project Leonardo, this was developed with contributions from accessibility experts, community members, game developers. A lot of people worked on this thing. It is
Okay.
their version of like the Microsoft system of buttons and switches and stuff that
Yeah.
um
I don't remember what theirs is called, but we
yeah.
looked at that when we did the Able Gamers thing on Twitch
Yes.
that time. So
Right.
yeah.
So this one, it has a lot of different swappable parts. So it's got a variety of analog
Jeez.
stick caps and buttons and a bunch of different shapes and sizes. The buttons can be mapped to support any function on the
Mm,
controller, and players can map two functions onto the same button in one profile. So I'm like,
okay.
I don't know how that works, but that's cool as hell. Like maybe if you
Maybe
press the X button in one direction, it does a jump, in the other direction it does a crouch, that kind of a thing.
it could be like a toggle. I was thinking like long press versus short press, but
Yeah, that could be too.
I think I like well because the way they're situated. Let's say you press
Yeah.
like the R3 on the left side, it does this, but on the
Mm,
right side, so maybe it is like a toggle switch.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's It's a really interesting design. And you
It's
can
not
also
even
do
that
up
big.
to no, it's not. It's like very
Okay.
small, which I mean, I wonder how that they've got people that have worked on it. They know it's a good size for consumers, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's definitely smaller than the Xbox version because the Xbox one is like an array of buttons that you can set out on your desk. It's very big.
Yeah.
So this one, it has up to 3 control profiles where you can like store and swap between them for different games and different users, which is cool. You can use it on its own. You can pair it with an
I see that.
additional,
Okay.
and you can also pair it with a DualSense controller.
Okay.
Um, I was nervous that they were going to make this a PS5 only thing. Like you can only use it if you have a PlayStation 5 and it only works on PS5 games. But it's apparently designed to be compatible with external third party devices.
Okay.
I was like, that's cool as hell. It's
Yeah.
got 4 3.5 millimeter aux ports, so you can plug it into whatever that supports. So
So that's like
good on ya.
headphones and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
I'm
Yeah, this
happy
thing
for
is
it.
cool.
It looks cool as hell. I'm really excited to see what people in the community do with it.
Okay. So here's my question. I'm just kind of staring at it while I think about this, but do we have a price?
No, we don't. They haven't released price yet.
Okay.
You know
Do
it's gonna be
we
fucking horrible.
Yeah. Do we have a
It's
time
gonna be
frame?
so bad. There is not a time frame yet either. This is like pretty new news. So
Oh,
we're gonna
okay,
be
okay.
watching this one. We'll bring you prices and dates as soon as we get them.
Yeah, I was staring at this one. Like this one like flips up. There's
Yeah,
like all
like there's
kinds
all
of
sorts of
different
different shapes
buttons.
and stuff. It's really innovative.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
Xbox one is like just big buttons as far as I can remember, but this one looks like it has like
Yeah,
different stuff you can do
look
with it.
like kind of like a table, like almost like a fight stick thing. They have like,
Yeah.
the big like square mat that you kind of use. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very cool.
Good
That's neat.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last thing I've got for you today is a bunch of video games. So
Well,
2023,
I'm ready.
yes, 2023, we expect to be a very big year for gaming. The last few years, as COVID has kind of rampaged over, the whole way that video games are designed and created by teams and offices, um, it's been a trying time for video games.
Yeah.
But now that we're kind of, I don't want to say that we're in a post COVID era because we're not, but
We're in
things
a
are
more manageable.
normalizing.
Yeah.
Things are stabilizing a little bit at this moment right now.
Yeah.
So here's some good games you can look forward to in 2023. Hopefully,
All right.
these are all slated currently for 2023, but you know how things go. They could get moved, they could get canceled altogether,
Yeah.
but just a few things that I'm excited for. So,
Okay.
Alan Wake 2. I'm cautiously optimistic about this
Okay.
one. It's they're calling it Remedy's first survival horror game because I don't know if the first one was technically survival horror, right?
Not really.
It's more of
Yeah.
like a walk around kind of check things out type of thing.
Well,
Um,
I mean, the only thing was that you had batteries for your flashlight. Like you were
yeah.
pretty much fighting people constantly. Like it was definitely more action,
Okay. Yeah.
but it
So
was
this
just
one's
like
going to
shining
be
light on people.
yeah, this one's straight up survival horror is what they're calling it. It's
Okay.
their new take on the genre. They're saying it's our opportunity to truly connect the gameplay and the story. It's a deep,
Okay.
layered mystery like an ogre or an onion.
I mean, I fucking love the first game. So,
I couldn't get into the first one, and I really want to try it again because I played it like back when it first came out, and I was like, "This fucking sucks." But now that I
I
know
mean,
like the style of game,
it's more the story. I mean, the
yeah,
gameplay was nothing phenomenal. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm also the one person that always has to play the spooky games, so it was just
yeah,
like, okay, we want to know what happens. Keep pressing forward on that control stick, you know.
yes,
So I got through it, and I mean, the ending doesn't make sense, but Remedy doesn't make a lot of sense.
yeah. That's
We
just who they
played
are.
Control, we know.
We played it. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Um, next game, Assassin's Creed Mirage. So we looked at this one a little bit.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
they're saying this is de-reinventing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
So
I'm super stoked for this one.
they're it's like a back to the roots approach. They're doing like
Yes.
a full-on stealth parkour assassin type video
That's what
game.
I fucking want. And also, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be 500 hours of fucking gameplay and shit.
Yeah. It is like one location, one little place that you're just doing stuff in. It's not
That's
like
all I
a
want.
Skyrim style go everywhere type
That's
thing.
all I want, man. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like part one again, and I love, man.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's what they're saying.
I'm gonna have a good time.
You are. I'm excited
I'm
for you.
very excited.
One that is going to be very exciting for me is Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
This is like the D&D type role-playing game. Um, it's from Larian Studios, who did Divinity: Original Sin 2, which I am
Yes.
obsessed with. I love
Okay.
that game so much. So Baldur's Gate 3 has actually been in early access for a couple of years now. They've been releasing like early chapters as they're going.
Okay.
Um, I played it very early access, like day 1 early access, and it was unplayable, so buggy,
Okay.
so bad. But the graphics are beautiful and the story is intriguing, and I want to play more of it. The character design's amazing. It's
Okay.
so versatile. You can create so many different things. So, really looking forward to that coming out hopefully in 2023. I don't
Okay.
know if there's a date for that one yet, but it should be within the first half of the year, I believe.
Okay.
Also, we have one called Banisher's Ghost of Eden.
I have
Ghost of New
not heard of
Eden,
that
sorry.
one.
Yeah, I've not heard of this one either, but it is from so it's an action RPG, and it's from, beloved studio Don't Nod, who you may know
Ooh.
as the developers of Life is Strange.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes. So, this game follows ghost hunters who are known as banishers. They take a vow to protect the living from evil specters. It just looks
Wait. I think I remember a trailer for this, but that was not
okay.
the name, I don't think.
Well, Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden is what that one's called.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Looks
right.
cool. It's gonna be on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series
I mean,
X.
they a solid studio. You know it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, you know the story is gonna be good if it comes from Don't Nod.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I've noticed in all these games is that they're not listing Xbox Series S in most of them. So I'm like, did they remove that from the base requirements finally?
Well, I do know while we've been gone, there was a big thing where developers were citing they will no longer support that.
Yeah, because it like it sucks that nobody wants to make a game for it because you have to dumb it down so hard.
Yeah.
So
Like,
yeah,
well, and we're still doing PS4 and like Xbox One. So it's
yeah,
like how like they're making so if you're like a third party person like Bethesda and all that shit,
yeah,
you're designing for up to like 9 systems. You know, like that's too
it's
many
too
things to
many.
have to worry about all the time.
Yes,
So, I'm with them, man. Like I think there needs to be more of a divide and you say, "No, this is a high-end game. You need to
yeah.
get the X for
Like
this one to
I
work right."
I know that there is a place to have Xbox Series S, but you shouldn't have to make it day 1 Xbox Series S. Like, make it available on the X, and then, like, you can get a version for the S down the line when the developers
Maybe,
have
yeah.
time to, like, plan for it or make changes to the game.
I don't know. Maybe the S just needs to be like a lower end PC. Like you're not going to play, you know, Assassin's Creed or, all these like crazy games. You're going to play
Yeah,
more like a Portal and I don't know, Baba's You. Like you get like some games that work on a lower end PC.
right. Yeah,
And
I mean
that just comes down to like you can play them, but you're not going to have a good time, you know.
yeah.
But that's the whole point of a console is we're saying if we release it, you can enjoy your time.
Yeah,
And I think now that we're mixing how specs are between PCs and consoles, how it's also fluid, we're
mhm.
running into that PC problem now, where it's like, this isn't powerful enough. Sorry, you know.
Sorry. Yeah, so
But
most of these ones that I'm talking about are pretty much only on the Xbox S or Xbox X is what
yeah,
I've seen so far.
okay,
So keep that in mind as we go.
I'm bad at it.
Um, Another one that I am super excited or sad about is Diablo
Sad about.
4.
Oh, okay.
It makes me fucking sick how pretty it looks, and it makes me ill to think of how much they're gonna monetize it. Like, I'm physically
Yeah,
sick when I think about Diablo 4. I wanna cry every time I look at it because it looks gorgeous. It's the action of Diablo 3 with the palette of Diablo 2. It
yeah,
looks like it's going to be a blissful experience to play, and I just know that they're gonna make you pay so much money for it.
probably so.
I still haven't bought it. It's available for pre-order right now. You can go get it. There's, like, a bunch of different versions out there. You can get all these extra cosmetics if you pay them, like, $200 or whatever. There's a big ass, like, collector's
Okay,
edition that doesn't even come with the game.
I know this is like more like our show type banter, but I'm going to tangent and ask.
Okay.
Damn, I kind of forgot the question.
Oh,
So many
were you
things
gonna
to
ask if I'm gonna
pre-order.
buy it?
No. Oh, what are your thoughts on pre-ordering things for a cosmetic? Like, What are your feelings on cosmetics in a game almost period now?
Uh, see, I
Because that's like
like
the only
cosmetics.
thing that games seem to rely on now is the
I
word
know,
cosmetics.
and it sucks. I have something that we're gonna talk about in the actual show about this too, but, like, cosmetics do hold a special place in my heart, and there is space for them. If it makes it more fun for you to play the game, then, like, cool. If you can justify the purchase, like, if you wanna spend $80 and get, like, the really fucking
Yeah,
sick pair of wings that they're gonna give you in Diablo, do it. But, that it's the choice of the person who's playing the game. Beauty is in the eye of the money holder.
that is true. I will say I'm officially over it
Yeah,
because of God of War Ragnarok. I pre-ordered and I got 2 armor sets, like 2 cosmetic things, right?
yeah,
But usually when I get cosmetics, it's because there's like a perk to them in a way, so they do like a gameplay thing as well. I
yeah.
never use them because their stats sucked, dude. Like they were
Okay.
fucking really bad. So
Yay.
what was the premise of them? I never even used them.
Yeah,
And technically, I guess I paid more money for it, you know?
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
I
I
have
don't
so
know.
many thoughts. I
I
can't
don't
get
like
it.
cosmetics
I can't
anymore.
go that far into the rabbit hole on this.
Okay.
Diablo 4 is gonna be available day 1 on PlayStation 4, 5, PC, Xbox One, Series X,
Whew.
day 1 across the board. This is the first time Blizzard has done this with a game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna throw up the day it comes out. Like, the entire day will spend vomiting. It's I'm gonna be disgusted and troubled. I'm moving on. Okay.
Okay.
Another game that I'm excited for. Forspoken. This game is coming out very soon.
Yes.
Extremely soon. It's coming out January 24th. That is, what, 3 weeks away?
So we really should have done our little Twitch stream we were gonna do because Game Awards happened. We had a show about that, but then they released the demo for that game, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that completely.
What have you heard about that?
Nothing at all.
Oh, everybody's canceling their pre-orders
What?
because the gameplay is bad.
Oh, no.
Like it's
Oh, no.
really, really bad.
Oh, god, really?
So Forspoken went from being like everybody's like, I can't wait to play to a demo coming out and
Yeah.
everybody going like, I don't want that anymore.
Shit, I didn't know that. Oh, god,
So
now I
the
kinda wanna play
demo
the
has
demo.
like shot them in the foot.
Oh, that sucks. Well, if you still want it, it's coming out on PlayStation 5 and on PC. January
Yeah,
24th,
maybe.
don't miss it. Shit, okay.
Yeah.
Well, a different one entirely that I'm interested in. Have you heard of Gord?
No,
Gord, Gord. It's the
I have
debut
not.
title from this new studio called Covenant.
Okay.
It's a Polish game studio, and it was founded by
Ooh, okay.
former CD Projekt Red and 11-Bit Studios producer Stan Just. I think
Okay.
it's Just, it's Just.
That name sounds
Um,
familiar. Okay.
yeah, I mean, he's from CD Projekt Red, so, he's been doing stuff. But, it sounds very cool, and the palette of it is very neat. It's really, like,
Okay.
dark and spooky looking.
I mean
So
the name is giving me a vibe already,
yeah,
fucking
Gord,
gourd.
like, it's something, you know? But players are tasked with growing their settlement, which I love a settlement game.
Okay.
You have to protect your citizens from enemy tribes and monsters. You're also undertaking
Okay.
quests, going on adventures. Um, you also have to manage the sanity and the mental burden of your
Oof.
fellow adventurers and citizens. So I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. That's just like language straight from their website.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
I mean, I guess that'd be like your state of decay, like hunger and other stuff, but like
Yeah,
just
something like
just
that.
like a different meter that you have to manage the whole time.
That's what I was thinking, like Mansions of Madness, you know how your sanity takes down? I think it's
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
So, it's also, like, really supernatural, like, you have spells, incantations, that type of thing. It looks spooky. It's slated to be released
Okay.
on PC sometime in 2023, so check that out. Gord, Gord,
Gourd.
Gord. One that I'm still not pumped for, but I know that you are. Hogwarts Legacy is coming out on all the systems, but it's coming out
Okay.
in a staggered fashion.
I'm not getting it.
You're not
Like
getting it?
I'm not getting it.
Okay, I'm proud of
No.
you.
Well, do you know why though?
'Cause she's a transphobe?
Nope.
Why?
It's the guy that wrote it that is a complete anti-Semite.
They can't fucking do anything right.
Like, okay, okay.
Oh my
See,
god.
dude, we knew this was gonna devolve. Okay, I was still gonna get it, man. I wanted it,
I know you did.
but like the guy that wrote this game is like very well known for his tweets and statements out loud
God.
about how Jewish people suck. And the goblins in the game who run the banks
Oh my god,
are
no.
the group that you're like fighting against the whole game. So the correlation is
Awesome.
not hard to find.
That sucks.
And I was like, okay, like that's where we're gonna have to draw the line, I think. And
So
I
if
will admit,
you
it looks so fucking good though. But if there's a way that I can, not pay for it and play
Yeah.
it, I will play it.
Okay, that's fair. Hogwarts Legacy, if you can stomach it, launches on PlayStation 5, Windows
Yeah,
PC, and Xbox Series X on February 10th.
that is
Then
really soon.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on April 4th,
Okay,
and then Nintendo Switch on July 25th.
okay.
So just moving down the line, I guess. Um, moving on.
You were like, everything's fucking been ruined. Every game
Everything's
sucks
ruined.
now.
It's all so bad. Okay, what do you know about Pal World?
Nothing.
What do you know about Pokemon holding guns?
That sounds interesting.
Have you seen you've gotta have seen screenshots from Pal World. Nobody knows it as Pal World. It's Pokemon with guns is what it is. It's a PC
Okay.
game. It's literally just like little Pikachu looking dudes and they're fucking
Wait.
packing.
That does sound familiar. That does
There was
sound
some like
familiar.
gifs circulating on Twitter for a while that I was like,
Yes.
is that like is that new Pokemon Snap? But like now it's
Pokemon
scary.
shoot.
Yeah, I don't know. Pokemon snapped. It looks interesting.
Okay.
Pal World, it's coming out hopefully at the beginning of this year on
Alrighty.
PC only so far. I don't know if it's ever going to port to either of the consoles, but I'm
Yeah.
interested. I'm curious.
Okay.
I don't think it'll go to Nintendo Switch just because
Yeah.
children will
No.
probably
No.
buy
No.
it.
No.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Um, Next up, Planet of Lana. This one is
Mm-mm.
beautiful. I think that
Okay.
you and I should play this at some point. It is this like gorgeously painted limbo-like platformer.
Ooh, okay. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's coming out on PC and on Xbox. You play as this like human girl child. Her name is Lana. You're on
Okay.
this non-Earth kind of planet. There's a lot of like aliens and robots that are all kitted up and ready to
I
kill
like all
you.
that. Okay.
You have a little kitty companion.
Okay. You like that.
I like that. It just looks like fun. It looks very cool. There's a lot
Okay.
of like platformers in the style of Limbo coming out this year, but this one looks like the
Oh,
front runner so
good.
far.
Okay. I do
Um,
like a game like that, so
yeah, it's nice. It looks like it'll be a good shorty too, like maybe
yeah.
a 10-hour max game. Just a
Okay.
nice one.
Okay.
One of these coming up called Pragmata. This one was revealed alongside the PlayStation
That
5
sounds
forever.
familiar.
Yeah, this was forever ago.
Is this like the
Um,
space dude on the moon thing?
Yeah, it's exactly it. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
an adventure on like a near future dystopian type world, which ends up being the moon. It's a deeply profound story and setting that Capcom wants to become one of the publisher's core brands. So
Okay. I mean,
they're
I
really
still
wanting
don't
to
know
push this
anything
one.
about it.
Nobody does. They keep on just like little teasers of advertisements, but nothing
I
big
mean,
yet.
it's got to be fucking amazing for that to be a fucking Capcom core thing
I
when
know,
they have
right?
Resident Evil and shit. Like,
In
you're
Phoenix,
saying
right?
you're saying it's going to be up there with
Yeah.
those games? Like,
It's supposed to be a big one, so keep your eyes out for
okay.
Pragmata.
Sure.
Pragmata. That one's going to be hitting PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Okay, this one I have been following for years. This is one of Richard's favorites. The original game is
Okay.
called Stalker. It's all spelled out, all
Mhm.
capitals with dots between the letters, like
Yeah.
Stalker. Stalker 2 has been in development in some way or another since 2010, a
Okay.
very long time. The studio for this game is directly in the heart of the war in Ukraine, like
Oh,
in
these are the
Kiev.
people that had to like stop and they were like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
real life is happening. We got to end this for a bit." Okay.
Yes.
I do remember that.
So,
Okay.
so the game's called Heart of Chernobyl. It's a survival game. It's going to be set in like the heart of Chernobyl.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be actually coming out this year. They've said we
Okay.
want to release it in December 2023, so it is
Take
very
the
far away
time.
still.
Take your
Yeah,
time.
take your time. Obviously, there are complications with this one,
Yes.
so
Dude,
look for that
a good
one.
game will be good forever. Just
Yeah,
come out with it good, man.
and this is one of those games that has, like, a fandom behind it that is so dedicated and ready for it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, they're of the opinion, like, "Take your time. We have waited
Yeah.
this many years. We will wait more." That one will be hitting Xbox and PC, like I said, hopefully December of 2023.
Okay.
This next one I know that you're pumped for. It is coming out March 17th. Have you heard of a little bit
Hmm.
of Star Wars Jedi Survivor?
Oh, I am. Yes, I'm very ready.
Old Cal Kestis. He's coming back,
Oh my
baby.
god, dude. He looks good
He
in
looks
this
so
new one,
good.
man.
I'm so ready
I
for
was
it.
like, damn, he don't look like a little punk. He look
He looked
good.
good.
Oh
He's
man.
got
Oh
the glow
yes.
up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, I still didn't play the first one. Richard played it a little bit. I watched him. I don't know if he'll play the second one because he wasn't, like, super feeling the first one,
Dude, that's
but
the thing. Like that first story didn't go anywhere.
yeah,
I mean, there's like a big thing at the end, but it didn't add anything. And then you're just kind of like, what was all of this for? Like, you don't really get anything from that first one. So that's why I'm kind of looking forward to this one because I'm like, now that they know that worked and the way this looks, maybe we got the time and effort to flesh
maybe.
something out like that. So I'm fucking stoked. And now
Yeah.
I've played Elden Ring, so I'm really good at
Yes.
this type of gameplay, and I might enjoy myself more.
I hope so. This one's gonna be good. I can feel it in my bones.
I can't wait.
March 17th.
Did you know? Did you know
What?
that they have different lightsaber stances in this one?
Cool. So you can be like Obi-Wan or like
Yep. You can
oh,
choose like a style of lightsaber play.
that's so cool.
Like that made me go like, "Oh yeah, that's good. That's
Man,
nice."
sometimes Star Wars stuff just hits right, you know?
I'm just saying, you might
God.
like it.
Ugh. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll give it a shot. Okay, so one of the biggest games in a very long
Okay.
time. This has been advertised and hyped up and talked about. Starfield.
Oh,
Starfield,
okay, okay.
Starfield, Starfield. It's eventually going to be here. They are expecting this one the first half of 2023. Um,
Did
I'm
you know I
still
don't know anything about this game cuz it has never come across my radar?
see, I refuse to learn about it because I'm scared. I got bit in the ass by No Man's Sky. It was the spore of
Mhm.
space games. I mean, spore was the spore of space games, but
Yeah.
I'm just so nervous. So, I mean, the game director is Todd Howard. You know,
Okay.
he's gonna hopefully put out some good shit, right? It's Todd Howard. How could he fail? He tells us that we should be expecting Skyrim in space.
Okay.
That's big. That's a big thing to say, Todd.
But see, I feel like
um,
that's like not what the idea was. 'Cause the idea was I thought it was just like endless worlds where Skyrim's
yeah.
just like a dense area. He
This
makes
is
it sound like I thought Starfield was like number
yeah.
of just like distance
So I think
and
what he means,
instead
like,
of
so
like
you know
densely populated.
You know the way you get into Skyrim and you're like, "Oh, there's a quest, let me do that." And then on the way to do that
Yeah.
quest, you're like, "Oh, another quest, let me do that." And then on the way to do that, you're like, "Oh, a wheel of cheese, let me go pick that up." And then you find 6 more wheels of cheese, and then you find another
Yeah.
quest. And then yeah, it's one of those games where, like, there's something to do, and on the way to that something, you find the other something, and there's just more
See,
somethings along the way.
I just pictured this as what No Man's Sky was trying to be, where it's like, okay, we're gonna have like 10 billion different planets, and you can
Yeah.
just go to them.
They say it's over 1,000 different planets, and I'm like, "That's a big number. Are you sure
That
they're
is a
all
lot.
good?" Like, if you
Yeah.
had just made 15 really good planets,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been enough probably. I'm
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. There is hope in my heart for this one because Starfield here is a nice quote from Todd Howard. He says, "Starfield is about hope. It's about our shared humanity and searching for the answers to life's greatest mystery." And how could you not want to root for a game
Hmm.
like that?
I mean, I was still very unimpressed, and then you said that quote, and I'm like, I could use a game about
Fills the
hope.
heart with joy, right? I
Like
just
I
want
could use a
it.
happy game.
Yes.
All
So
right.
Expect this one in the next few months. It's coming out on PC and Xbox Series X and on Game Pass.
Okay.
So you don't have to buy it. It's going to be on the Game
That
Pass.
is
I'm
true.
excited about
So
that.
I can try it. Okay.
Yeah, you can try. You don't have to commit the $80 or whatever the fuck it is to buy a game these
For real.
days. So excited for that one.
Okay.
The very last one that I have for you today on this list is
Better
the
not be.
Outlast
Go ahead.
Trials.
Okay. I'm cool with that one. I was
Okay, what
like,
were you
don't
hoping it
fucking
wasn't?
bring me Breath of the Wild shit. I don't
Oh God, no.
care.
That was on the list, but I was like, everyone knows Tears of the Queen's coming
Everybody
out.
knows. But also, I was just complaining about it today because I watched a like top 10 Zelda games ranked thing, and I was like,
And
number
they were
one
ranking the
better
new
not
one?
be Breath of the Wild, and
No.
number one was Breath of the Wild, and I was like,
My
no.
fucking loves that game. Yeah.
I know, but you know what? I haven't played it, so I can't say that it's not. But like, I don't know. Is it like,
Well,
is it that good, guys? Like, fucking for
is
real,
it?
is it that good?
Tell us right in. Put it in the comments right there.
I
Let us
gotta know.
know. Um, Now the Outlast Trials. So this we've
Now, we have
talked a
talked
little
that
bit
one
about
before.
Outlast.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a prequel to the series. And guess what? It's their first multiplayer entry in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What? Multiplayer? That's gonna be exciting." You can do up to 4 people co-op. You can also still play it solo, which is nice. It's not
Okay.
like you have to play it co-op kind of game. So
Okay.
it is a solo adventure, but you can have friends.
I like that.
Um, it has only been confirmed for PC so far, but I have to expect that it'll go to Xbox, right? Like it's doesn't it come from Xbox?
I don't think so because it's a studio called like Red Barrel Games,
Shoot.
and I played it on the PlayStation
Oh,
first. So
well, fuck. I thought
Outlast,
it
I
was
played there. So
okay.
I think they're just like a third party. So
All right.
maybe they're maybe they need PC hardware to do this
Yeah.
multiplayer side, and then they're like, well, if we can figure it out, we'll send it to the consoles. You know,
Okay. So that's all I got in the world of gaming news for you. We have so many good things coming out in 2023. A lot of good stuff to look forward to.
it is a lot. I don't think any of the games in this graphic were in our list, but
Yeah,
I'm
this is
sure
just a
these
random
games are good
graphic that I
too.
grabbed.
These
Yeah,
games are gonna be fine too.
they're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah. But that is your big, beefy first Friday roundup of 2023. Hopefully,
Yay!
you guys enjoyed it. Found some stuff that you like. I'm sorry that there's not better movies coming out, but I'm not going to tell you about Groundhog Day in 4K. That's fine. It was whatever.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, I can't wait to see what else is going to happen because it's going to be a big fucking year. Tons of movies to come out in theaters. Hopefully, we get good releases because physical
Yes.
media is supposed to be booming again. Fucking game news. We're going to see the end of this fucking acquisition with Microsoft. Like, it's been a year, dude.
It'll end one way or the other,
Yeah.
right?
Like, it's going to have been a year when this
Yeah.
concludes. Like,
I don't know what I'm
we've
gonna
been
be
following
covering
this,
when it
man.
ends. I know. I've been like hunting this story for the last year.
Well, you'll still
It
have
lives
Blizzard to
in my
talk
brain.
about.
I will. They'll never stop being problematic.
Yeah. So it's a good year. Good YMToAP stuff, man. I can't wait to see what else is gonna happen.
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. Come see us on
Yes.
Monday, regular Yimtope time, regular Yimtope place.
Yes. Also in the comments, let us know what you thought about not having us for that time. Like, do you think with what I showed you that we missed, should we have put out like a little something else? Like, give us what you think would have been in its place. Maybe we could have done some shorts in the meantime. Who knows,
Yeah,
you
give us
know?
your thoughts.
Yeah. And with that, we will see you guys for the rest of 2023. Mwah,
Bye.
love you guys.